Asa, will you go pick out an apron to wear?
Yeah, I am.
Are we good now?
Yes.
Excellent. Oh, I gotta get rid of that screen here. I'm almost beat. Now, we'll get better at this next week. If we want to do it again. We'll see if we want to do it again.
I think we might.
Oh. Well, thank you so much, Asa. Welcome to Nana's Kitchen. We have our bowl.
Yes.
We have our mixer. We have all sorts of things. So the very first thing we do when we cook.
We have a bowl on it.
Yeah. Well, the very first thing we do when we cook is we wash our hands. Did you already do that?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna go wash my hands. You wash your hands, okay?
Wash them right here, Asa. Here, take your bowl. Wash your hands.
That'd be very up with it.
Hands up.
Okay. Bob, can you come over and see if this is still recording?
It's recording.
It is recording?
Yeah.
Excellent. Just in case we wanted to share it with anybody.
Make the dough, right?
So I don't know about you, but I put on a very favorite apron that my sister made for me. Do you have a very favorite apron on too?
Yeah.
Good, good. And then Grandpa Bob said I needed to wear a
Step
hat.
back, Asa. Step back.
Is this okay?
I think that's a lovely hat. Asa, step back so Nana can see your apron. Can you step down and back?
Oh, that is a very nice apron, yes. Very nice. We want to keep our clothes clean. So, Asa, I understand that we have a unique recipe today. I learned this morning from your father that we have to make the dough, but then we have to let it chill for 3 hours before we cook it. So, with your permission, we're going to make the dough this morning and then we'll put it in the fridge. And then after nap time today, we'll come back and bake it. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
That means we get to see Nana twice today.
So there's two things about cooking that are very important. When Nana cooks, she doesn't use any recipes. But when Nana bakes, she uses very specific recipes because they're very specific in terms of how the ingredients go together. So we've got this recipe. Your mama gave it to me. And so it starts out with a couple of things. So it starts talking about how much sugar and how much brown sugar. So the first thing is we need to choose the right measuring cup. This one is 1/4 of a cup. This one is a whole cup. You see the difference in size? So when we're looking at recipes, and Mama's going to help you do this, we have to pay attention to how big a cup we need to put the stuff in, right? Because we don't want to put too much in or too little. So my recipe says that I'm supposed to cream butter for 2 minutes. And my recipe says I need 1/2 cup of butter. So it turns out a cube of butter is just 1/2 cup. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tablespoons or 1/2 cup. So I've let mine warm up to room temperature. Is yours cold or is it room temperature?
Room temperature.
It's been warming, but it turns out our room is kind of cold. So
Okay, well, we might have to work a little harder there. So Asa, would you unwrap your butter and put it in your bowl?
I have it. I'm going to very briefly warm it up a little more.
No.
Okay, so I know how to do it that way. Have you guys got a microwave?
Yeah.
Put it in your microwave at power 1 or 2 for 30 seconds. It's got to be low power.
Yep. Let's go do that. For 30 seconds. So, yeah.
And then if it's still hard, turn it over and do it again for 30 seconds.
Power level 1.
I made sure that we had peanut butter.
Butter.
And then I have some chocolate chips to go on mine later today. I bet you do too.
Did we not get the chocolate chips out yet?
Chocolate chips might be might not have come out yet. Lovely.
Yeah, well, that's probably right, because they're gonna go in late. They're gonna be in late this afternoon, eh? So we're gonna do chocolate chips at the end of the day.
Our microwave has a stronger power one than yours.
Uh-oh.
There's more butter where that came from.
Good thing.
Oh, on power 1?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, nice hat. Like, good color too. Asa, did you want a hat? Do you want a baking hat? You better go choose a baking hat. Have you got a hat in the house? Maybe you go choose one.
I put it on power 1 and that's what happened.
Yeah, but why did you put it in the cup?
Because I didn't expect the whole thing would melt. So please, that's why I was asking for your help. I'm going to get a
Yep.
bowl.
It melted.
Yes,
Yeah,
it did.
it melted. And usually, Asa, when we put things that might melt in the microwave, we put them in a cup or a bowl so that if they melt, it's all over the microwave.
Mama was moving too quickly.
But you know what the best part of this is? This is the first cooking extravaganza, and we get to get better at it as we go along.
Yeah, we get to remember how we were talking yesterday about how sometimes you make mistakes and you learn from them.
Yeah. So Mama learned
That is a
our
lesson we are
microwave is
working
very
on.
Powerful, and we should always put.
I have a thing on our fridge that says always make new mistakes.
I have to help.
I thought you keep saying help and not telling me what help you
please come to
want.
the microwave?
And so the
I
help
need
I
your
was
help.
doing was to keep little hands out.
Or hands in the microwave. Yes.
What?
Lisa, how about you go pick a hat?
Do you?
We can edit all of this, you know.
I'm trying to save the butter. I want to pour the butter.
You want me to lift the?
Yes.
Okay. So you can't just say 4 hands. You have to say.
Yes, I
Easy.
apologize. Oh, that's in order. Then let's just-
We could get a funnel
Let's get a funnel.
or.
Funnel. Funnel. Get a
Did Asa get a hat?
no.
No. Did you decide against a hat?
So you're going on that trail. No hat for you today, huh?
Why are you taking the wheel?
Because it is covered with butter.
Oops.
But you leave the wheel on it. The wheel stay on.
Well, the wheels come up and then wash it real quick.
The wheels gonna come out. So I'm gonna wash it.
Usually we clean up at the end, not at the beginning.
That's gonna be fun. Something that Asa learns is how to clean up as we go.
Oh, yes. So he said, you got your various cup sizes. Have you got a full cup?
Oh, Asa, do you want to show Donna all?
So how many cups?
We
Make
got
sure we got the right measuring cups. Oh, yes, you do. You got some nice ones, some nice metal ones. Those are very nice. So Asa, do you know what a 1 looks like? And do you know what a 2 looks like? So on those cups, I want you to pull out the one that has a 1 and a 2 on it.
Yeah, it says 1/2. Oh, let's on.
There's 1/2.
Yep, that's the one you want. Can you figure out which one that is?
We did. They were all just chained together.
So is that the 1/2? Or is that the 1?
That's the 1/2.
1/2.
And does that look about half as big as the 1?
Nope.
Yeah.
So that's going to be important because we're going to use that one first after we cream the butter.
We creamed the butter.
Yeah, we're going to do it in a minute, but we're just talking a little bit. So did you know that there are 2 kinds of sugar? There's regular sugar and then there's brown sugar, and they're very different too. So we're going to be using both kinds of sugar today because they do different things.
What did you observe about those sugars this morning? Did they feel different?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go, Asa. We have softened but not melted butter. Can you feel that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Can you take it out of the wrapper and put it in your bowl? See, Nana's got hers ready.
Yeah.
Too soft.
Oh, it's
That's
perfect.
good.
So we take it.
Oh.
Oh, do you want to wipe your hands? You can grab your napkin from the table and you can keep the napkin around to wipe your hands on.
Okay. So are we in the bowl yet? Oh, we're there. So I have a mixer that's got beaters in it. Have you got a mixer with beaters in it?
Yeah.
You
We
do?
were going to our big
Oh, our
bowl,
big mixer, okay.
so maybe makes me wonder whether we should use the hand blender, but we have the big one out, so.
It's all right. So here's the deal. Even though the butter's soft, they want us to use the mixer, make it really creamy, just like a lotion that you would put on. So I'm going to put mine on, and then in a minute you can do yours, okay?
So watch what Nana's doing.
So I got my beater here.
Oh. Oh.
So she's mixing it all around the bowl.
So mine is very creamy now.
Let's do us.
Can you see how creamy it is?
Wow.
So can you do that with your butter, please?
Yes.
Okay,
It's loud.
Yep, it is.
your stool over here and push the button.
No,
Okay, I'll do it.
it's loud. Loud.
Spatula.
Let's see how creamy it is. ingredient.
One more.
Go. Spatula.
Okay.
Okay. Now remember that cup that has the 1 and the 2 on it? I want you to pick that up. And the first thing I want you to do is to get your cane sugar, not your brown sugar, but your cane sugar. This is mine here. And we're gonna fill our 1 and 2 cup, our half cup. So the 1/2, we're gonna fill that all the way to the top with our cane sugar.
Okay.
Wow. All the way to the top.
Yeah. Cookies that we got. Let's put that in this bowl. Ready?
There we go. All the way to the top.
We use all the sugar that's in this bag, probably.
Ooh. Ooh.
You want to pat it down? See if that's a half cup. Do we need a little more? A bit more. All right. We have exactly a half a cup.
Excellent.
All right. Dump
Bob, would you go see Ann? She wants to borrow her hoe. Ann O'Brien. All right, so we got that. Did we put it in yet?
Do we have one?
No.
Dump it in.
Okay, all right. You want to spread it in so it's all around, not just in one spot. So we kind of spread it all out in the bowl.
Up the well.
You got it all in there?
Yep.
Okay, now we're going to use our same half cup and we're going to put a half a cup of brown sugar in it. But the brown sugar is kind of sticky and we need to push it down to make sure it's completely full of in the cup, okay? So let me show you.
Watch them out.
So this looks like it's full, but when I squish it, it's not as full. So I need to put some more in. So this is called packing. We're gonna pack it down to make sure all the air gets out of it. So we have a full half cup.
Scoop it in first.
See, is that full now?
Oh, look.
Asa?
Now, okay, now this cup. Is it full now?
Yes.
Okay.
Put some more.
What do you think all of it?
Yep, we're gonna fill it all the way in. Yeah, you can pack it down. We don't lick our hands until we're done.
Yeah, otherwise we have to go wash them again.
Yeah, if you lick your hands, then we have to wash. Okay. More scoop. More scoops.
Oh,
Pat it down. Pat, pat. Pat, pat. All right. One of the things that I would like to do so that I keep my hands clean, I can pat through the plastic bag.
Well, now that's a novelty. See, we all learn things, don't we?
And then we need a little more, right? It's not full yet. Okay. Pat. Full.
it is full.
Pat some more. Pat, pat, pat. More pat. Now, got it. Oh, there we go. Does that look full?
Yeah, let's put it in.
Yeah. Dump it in. Plop. I always like putting the brown sugar in because it goes plop.
So here's a question. Do you know how long 2 minutes is?
Yeah.
Because we have to now take our same beaters and mix the butter and the sugar for 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
So I'm going to start mine, you start yours, and in 2 minutes we'll stop, okay? So
Right.
tell me when you're ready.
Okay. It's going to be a minute. Turn the beater on this time, sweetie. Do you want to do that? Or should Mama do it? Are you ready? Do you want to turn it on?
No.
Okay. All right, we're ready.
All right, so I'm gonna set my phone for 2 minutes. Away we go. It's only been 15 seconds.
It's cold then.
Scrape down the sides and keep stirring.
1 minute down, 1 to go. Now we're gonna have to wash our hands again, aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you take the stool over and wash your hands?
Okay. That seemed like a very long time.
Yes.
And water now.
Mhm.
We need it.
We need to keep our hands clean and dry. Why dry? Oh,
That seemed like a really long time, and I might have stopped earlier. But remember how I said that baking was very specific and you have to be very exact? So the first time I bake a recipe, I do exactly what it tells me to do because I don't want to make a mistake. So it seemed like a long time, but that's what it told us to do. So now we get to add the peanut butter and an egg. Do you have an egg?
Yeah.
Do you know how to break an egg and break it open into the bowl?
what does
So
yours
we-
look like, Donna?
I'm sorry,
What does yours look like?
my egg?
Not
It's
your
a brown
egg, your creamed sugar and butter.
Well, let me bring it over. Let's take a look.
I'm gonna break it.
Not yet.
Does yours look like that?
No. Granted, I just scraped it all down.
Oh.
Ours looks
Yeah, we're in the same ballpark.
okay.
Okay. So now we're gonna take our egg, and the way we do it, Asa, is you tap it on. I'm gonna go around, make sure I'm back in my spot. This is so it's a little tricky because you want to break it on the side of the bowl where it cracks. And then where it's cracked, you put your finger in and you pull the two parts apart, and that drops the egg into the bowl. Can you do that? A little tap on the side, just get a crack, then put your fingers in and pull the egg pieces apart.
Watch what I'm doing and you can see it. So you won't get your hands dirty, you can see what I'm doing. out of the mouth, sweetie. All right, when we're baking, we need to keep our hands out. You can use that. Okay, watch. Crack. Just a little tap. And then where the break is, we put our fingers in, like Nana said. And we pull the egg apart. Dump it in. Floop.
So maybe the next time you and I can do it together. Okay? But we don't need any more egg today, so we'll do that together. But we need some peanut butter.
Yes.
We need a half a cup of peanut butter.
Bill.
All right. How much peanut butter do we need?
We need a half a cup.
Okay, where's our half cup? Where's the one with the 1 and the 2 on it?
So where's our 1 and 2?
Got it?
Now, peanut butter is one of those things that all kind of settles at the bottom. So you see how your mama's stirring it up? See? Because it's light on top, but you got to get the heavy stuff on the bottom. So she's doing the same thing I'm doing. She's stirring up her peanut butter to make sure that we don't just get the fat, but we get all the good peanut stuff too.
Okay.
Okay. So now we're going to pour a half a cup pour the peanut butter into our half cup cup.
Butter.
Half cup. Until the peanut butter cup is full.
Why? It'll spill out.
Well, we don't want to spill it out. We'll fill it just until it's full. Okay, a little bit more so that it's full. We want to have, make it level. Hold it level. Yeah.
Okay, we got a half a cup.
We do. We have exactly half a cup.
So now, yeah, we put it in. That's right.
The butter coming.
And we scrape the bowl to make sure we get it all out so that we get a full half cup in there.
You want to scrape with this?
Yes.
Yeah. Do it some more. Scrape the whole inside of your measuring cup.
So mine's pretty empty. Is yours?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
Keep scraping. Okay. So you get all the butter out. Mhm. Yep, keep going. Let's do it around the edge. That's what a spatula is really good for. On the edge.
So, Krista, would you agree, because it says the vanilla is optional, that this is when the vanilla should go in?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, Asa, you have your measuring spoons,
Well, do we have our vanilla?
just like our other. Oh, we gotta go get the vanilla. Okay.
That's the right drawer. It's kind of in the back and on the right.
There's one vanilla.
That is close. I think that might be almond.
Here.
Oh, almost. That's mint. I think this one. Put the other two back.
Were you able to find something for Anne?
Yes.
So remember, we were looking for the 1/2, the 1/2 cup. Now we want to find the 1/2 spoon.
All right. Look at this. I just brought your spoons over. Take them. Yeah.
That's the 1/2.
All right.
1/2.
That's the one.
Okay. You got your vanilla? You found your 1/2 teaspoon? Okay, we're gonna pour. Are you with me?
Yep. Okay. Lift it low. Woo!
Oops.
You did a really nice job pouring that. And
Oh,
then,
did you get it in already? Good job.
yeah. And then unfortunately, Mama bumped your hand when you were lifting it up. You did a very nice job.
Okay. So I got my vanilla in. And now we're gonna mix it again, okay? So that
More-
the butter, the peanut butter and the egg is all mixed in with the butter and the sugar. You ready to turn your mixer on again?
Okay.
We ready?
Yes.
So I think mine's mixed up. Is yours mixed up? Does it look like this?
A little bit high up. Perfect.
Okay. Are you there too?
I know. Trying to.
See.
No, I did not make the right call. Should have used the hand.
Instead of use the hand.
Yeah.
I can.
The blender that Nana is using is much easier to control.
I went out and got it. You know, I have the big KitchenAid, but I went out and got this a few weeks ago to make the meringue.
Yeah.
It's just a little Cuisinart. I don't know. It was $40 maybe. It's
Yeah.
a great little mixer.
Yeah, we have one. We have
Oh.
a hand mixer. It just, it's in the cupboard, and this was on the, this was out.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
I'll bring it out and we can look at it. We can show Nana.
Look.
Oh yes, that looks great.
Yeah.
Great. Now, do you have a separate bowl?
Let's get another bowl.
Okay, we're gonna need a separate bowl.
We need one that's a
A little bit bigger than that.
Because they want us to put all of our dry ingredients together and mix those up before we put it in with our batter. Otherwise, we might get some flour over here and some baking soda over here, and it wouldn't be even in the batter. So we're gonna mix all of our dry ingredients together, and then we're gonna pour them in on our batter. So I've got my new bowl here. Okay, good. So I now need you to find your full 1 cup measuring cup and your 1/4 cup measuring cup. So the 1 and the 4 is a 1/4, and so I got the smallest 1/4 and I got the biggest full cup. Have you got those?
Which ones? Look for the 1, 4, and then just 1.
Here's the one.
okay.
That's 1 for slash. 4/1.
You got them?
I'm looking for 4/1. There's only 1. There's
And Chris, I didn't see that they wanted us to sift this, so I wasn't gonna bother unless you think it's important.
4/1.
No, I don't think we need to sift.
Here's 1, and here's 4. 4/1.
Okay, so can you get your full cup and fill it with flour?
Here's my full.
Okay.
And that's the flour there.
Now, Asa, you see how Nana's cup is too full? When it comes to flour, you have to be very specific. So she's gonna put this back over her bowl, over her bag of flour, and she's gonna take the back of a knife and slide it right over the top so that she only has 1 full cup of flour.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm gonna pour that in my bowl.
Put it in, okay? And we're gonna do what Nana did. And you've seen me do this when we're making muffins. Take,
I'm gonna take the top of the knife.
I have not tried doing this. I've not tried doing this.
yeah, Mama's making a bit of a mess of it.
Yeah, Nana did too. It's all good.
That's okay.
But you have 1 full cup now, right? Pour that into your bowl,
Here we go.
into your dry bowl.
There we go.
Now we're gonna want our 1/4 cup, our little cup, our 1 and our 4 cup. We're gonna want to do the same thing.
I think you can just put that into the flour and scoop it. Sorry, more flour. We're adding more flour. Hey, all right. Is that a 1/4 cup?
No.
Yeah, that's more
It's
than
too full to be a 1/4 cup. We only want a 1/4, so we got to take the top off.
Yeah, let's take the top off into this. That will be easier. Do you want to help me?
Oh.
And then we go from the other side. Yeah. There we go.
So now pour your 1/4 cup into your dry bowl. Now, there are 2 things that look almost identical.
Yep.
One is baking powder and one is baking soda. And if I remember correctly, the baking baking powder is a double lift. Is that right?
Yes, baking powder has 2 double action.
So we're going to use our measuring cups, or measuring spoons rather, and we're going to do 2 things. We're going to get our baking soda, which is this one for me, and I need to put 3/4 of a teaspoon in, which means I have to use my 1/2 and my 1/4. So I have to find my 1 and 2, and then I'm going to find my 1 and 4 spoon. So this is my 1 and 2 spoon right here.
Where's your, okay, find your 1 and 2 spoon? Okay. 3/4 teaspoon baking soda. Okay, that's right.
And my fill?
And just like the flour, okay, so see how mine is higher than my spoon? I need to even it off so it's just the same height as the top of the spoon.
There we go.
Okay, that goes in. And then we find our 1 and 4. That's a 1/4, so it's going to be half the size of the 1 and 2. And we're going to do that again.
We're going to do it again with the same thing. All right, where's your 1 and 4?
What's your 1 and
1 and 4 spoon. Look.
Man.
That's a tablespoon. That's too big. Okay.
Half that size.
What
No,
one?
actually 1/4 that size.
What one is this one?
It's going to be your smallest spoon on the ring.
Actually, we have a 1/8.
Mm,
So what's that one?
wow.
4/1.
1/4. Because we read from left to right in English.
1/4. Got 1/4.
That one. Oh, is it full?
No.
Okay, try again. Full. Is it full?
So now we want to put our baking soda away and we want to get our baking powder out.
You need to dip all the way down into the soda.
We're doing
Okay.
it.
Okay, now pull it out. There we go. Tap. Soda, done.
We got it. We got it.
Okay, now it's time for our baking powder. And we're gonna want a 1/2 spoon or half teaspoon. And we're gonna want to do the same thing that we just did, but we want to do it with the baking powder. So
You
to
want-
fill it up, I got it too full. See, I got it too full.
Oh, yeah, Nana filled up her teaspoon very full.
So now I gotta smooth, see, it's too full, so now I gotta smooth it off the top. So it's just right. And then I can put it in.
Where's your 1/2? That's okay. Leave it open. Find your 1/2 spoon.
Flash teaspoon.
Mhm.
I want to use that one.
Let's use the 1/2 spoon. That's the one that we're asking for right now. You find it? Oh, you get some baking powder on your cheek.
Yeah, baking can be really fun. You can get like little warrior stripes, little warrior
No.
stripes of flour.
Nana got flour on her
If you
face.
work really hard.
Find your 1/2 spoon, sweetie.
We gotta get the baking powder in. Can't go forward until we do. We're almost there. We are all so close.
Where's the
So
1/2?
close to putting it in the refrigerator till after lunch,
Mhm.
after nap time.
Here's this.
It's this.
Fill it up. And then, yep, and wipe it against that. Yep. Oh, is that a little bit too long? We've got a very long set of baking spoons, measuring spoons. All right, dump it in. You might need to-
Okay, are we all there? So we have one more ingredient to put in, and that's we need to find our 1/4 teaspoon and put a little salt in.
Okay. Quarter.
Not too much salt, otherwise it'll be really salty cookies. But too little and they're kind of boring. We like a little salt.
I have a little spot here.
Do you? So you're gonna want to put in a 1/4 teaspoon. That 1 and 4.
Oh, make sure it's all the way filled up. There we go. Okay. That's it.
So now we want to mix all our dry ingredients together before we put them in with the rest of our dough. So I'm taking my dry bowl and a dry spoon, and I'm mixing it all together. So I want to make sure that the baking powder and the baking soda and the salt are all mixed up in the same proportion with the flour. So it's all mixed up. It looks just like a bowl of flour. I can't tell that there's anything separated from one or the other.
All right.
I think on.
Okay. Are we there?
I think so.
Now I'm going to take a little bit of my dry stuff and I'm going to put it in on top of my peanut butter. And I'm going to stir it in. And once I get all the flour stirred in, I'm going to stir in a little more. So now it's pretty much stirred in. See mine?
Mm.
I'm going to stir in some more flour.
Let's wait until this.
Well, it's not going to get itself off. We need to help it. If you want it to come off, okay?
Let's help.
Okay, I got mine mainly stirred in. So now I'm gonna do my final pour of flour and get that all in.
What's it like stirring? You can tell Nana what we're doing.
What's that?
What else are we doing?
Are we all done?
Not quite.
We're taking the stuff off.
Asa is very interested in having a clean spatula.
Well, we're gonna get there. It's called doing the dishes. Oh. So if you want a clean spatula, you got that knife, remember that other knife?
Oh,
You just take
yeah.
it, you scrape it off.
Got our last batch of flour going in.
So we shouldn't see any more white. It should look brown, just like, but thicker than it was before.
Thicker. Want to be thicker and thicker. Ow, stirred my thumb up.
I'm sorry, sweetie.
So this is what Nana's looks like.
Hmm. Yeah,
I want us to look like that, right?
that's right.
See it? I want us to look like Nana.
Mhm. Some more stirring.
No, it's that.
Almost there.
See, I don't have any flour left on my bowl. It's all been mixed in. It all looks brown.
All looks brown.
Not quite yet. We've got a little bit of flour stuck at the bottom that we need to mix in.
That's okay.
Let's get everything down from the sides. Okay. Did we get it all off the bottom?
All brown.
All brown?
Yeah.
No white there? Okay. Let's show Nana what we've got.
Do we have to hold it here?
Oh, that looks great. Doesn't that look yummy? Okay. So now, Asa, this is where it has to chill in the fridge for 3 hours. So Nana doesn't want to use plastic wrap. So Nana's going to put hers in this Tupperware bowl to put in the fridge. Do you have something so that you can put it in the fridge to chill it down? Do you want to leave it in that bowl, or are we going to put it in something else?
I think we can put it into a smaller bowl and we can put some of our beeswax wrapper over it.
Right. So this is Donna's here. And it's just going in just like that.
For you.
And I'm putting my lid on it. I'm putting my lid on it, and I'm putting mine in the fridge. So Asa, do you know what time it is? Do you know what time it is? It's almost 11 o'clock. So the soonest we could bring it out is 2 o'clock, because that's 3 hours. We go 11 to 12, And then we start over, go 1, 2. So for 3 hours, it would be till 2 p.m. So in the meantime, I'm gonna clean up my mess. And then what do you say we get back together after you wake up from your nap? So that we can bake it. Would that be okay?
All right. All right.
Would you like to stay and watch me do dishes, or would you like to go do your own dishes?
I don't want you to do your dishes.
Okay, all right. Yep, I've never done dishes by Zoom before. That's a new one. I got soapy water. I'm getting everything really clean. I got a really dirty peanut butter cup. Got to work hard on that one.
Those will be so tasty.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's not clean yet, is it?
They're gonna be.
Thank you, Nana.
Welcome back. Hello there. Are
Hello.
we ready for round 2?
Yes.
Oh, good. Oh, good. So I have a very serious question to ask you, Asa.
Lisa's.
Do you like chewy cookies, soft cookies, or do you like crunchy cookies?
Crunch.
You like crunchy cookies? Okay, because we're gonna cook then our ovens at 2 different temperatures. Because Nana likes soft, chewy cookies. And the deal is, if we cook them hot, they'll be crunchy, just like you like. And if we cook them a little less hot, kind of warmish, then they'll stay chewy, but I have to cook mine longer. So, the first thing that we do though, what do we do when we start cooking?
I wash my hands.
You did already? Well, let me go do mine real quick.
I am gonna wash my hands with you, Asa.
Here. Ace already washed his hands.
Oh, Asa already washed his hands.
Are you gonna help us?
I think I might.
Okay. Now, do you remember where we put our cookie dough? Because mine's not here. Is yours on the counter?
Where's yours?
Where'd we put it?
Your mouth. Time to wash your hands.
Gotta wash your hands. I'll wait. I'll wait.
Yep.
That's why we don't put our fingers in our hands.
No, we don't put our fingers in our hands.
Mama knew what I meant. So
I think you need to put it back where you found it, Mom.
Okay.
how's your afternoon, Jenna?
It's good. Is that lemon curd?
No,
Oh.
passion fruit curd.
Ooh. I don't think I got to make that today.
My first ever batch of passion fruit curd.
And did it taste like pretty amazing? Cool.
Like kind of like sitting on a beach in Hawaii or Costa Rica.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you know who's going to want some of that? You should
Will
take
they?
send the care package to Port Protection.
You want to make the cookies? Or do you want to play with butter?
The last time I sent them jam, it did not arrive intact.
Well, so put it in a Ziploc and then
That's
put it in bubble wrap stuff. So Asa, are we going to bake cookies? Okay.
We do need the dough. Where is the dough?
Well, we're not getting the dough yet because we have to turn our oven on because we can't cook without our oven. And our oven needs to warm up. So I'm going to go turn my oven on to 300, but you're going to turn your oven to 375. Can you go do that? What number are we gonna turn it to? 3, 7, 5.
Which is
Okay,
half,
so turn it on.
which is halfway between 350 and 400.
Okay, so let's go. Yep. Let's make sure it's on the right temperature.
What's that?
Left, right.
And is our rack in the right spot in the oven to bake cookies?
We've got 400 is right there. 350 is right there. And 375 is in between 400 and 350. So our oven is at the right temperature.
Okay, and we have the right rack in the right spot?
Where's our rack supposed to be?
Anywhere you want it in your oven. I just want to make sure you didn't have it in the broiler's position. Okay, so I gotta go get my cookie dough out of the fridge. Is yours in the fridge? Is that where we left it? Where is your dough? Do you remember?
Where is the dough?
Mine's in the fridge. I'm gonna get mine right
Can we
now.
get our?
That's so bad on the whole.
I got my dough. Did you get your dough?
Can we get your dough? Or one big hand. Two tiny hands. Two tiny hands. Too heavy.
So I have my cookie dough.
Let's open it up, Dad.
Let's open it up. Opened.
Okay. So Asa,
Maybe harder.
I have my cookie dough. Do you have yours?
Shall we show it to Nana?
It's hard.
Okay. And I have a fork. Can you get a fork, Asa?
Let's get.
Get the fork.
Yeah, let's get 2 forks. Let's get a big fork and a small fork. Let's get that one. And
I found it.
yep. Oh, here.
Oh, we need a bigger one.
Even bigger.
I got a fork.
Oh, very good. And are you going to cook the cookies on your hands? What are we going to cook the cookies on? Nana's got a cookie sheet. Have you got a cookie sheet? Excellent. Okay.
Well, she can't see it.
She can still see us. You
Okay.
can't see what she sees.
Okay. So we're going to put our fork down because we're not quite ready for the forks yet. We need to make the cookies first. So we put the forks on the counter, please.
Oh, buddy.
But they're so interesting.
I know,
First,
but we can't make cookies until the forks go down. So now I'm going to reach into my cookie dough. You want to watch me?
I put a hole in it.
I'm going to reach into my cookie dough and I'm going to pull out some cookie dough and I'm going to make a ball. Can you make a ball?
Wonder if you want.
Now you want to make a ball just about as big as a golf ball. And you know what a golf ball is because you played golf with Grandpa.
Made recipe calls for an inch.
So we got a ball
Inch and a quarter, actually. So
just about the size of a golf ball. And I'm going to put it right here on my cookie sheet, just like that.
how
And
about
I'm going to make another one. I'm going to take some more dough and I'm going to make another golf ball.
I got 2 golf balls.
It's
Already.
probably one?
Okay.
I
So
have
now we have 2 balls and we got to make sure they're about this far apart.
Oh, I need a bigger one. Here, you want to put that? Here, should I?
this one. Let's put that on. Next one. See, that one is not as big as a golf.
That one
Can you
is.
show me your ball? Can you show me one?
Show that one to. Oh,
Okay. Now we're going to put them on our pan just about a hand apart. Can you separate them by about the length of your hand? See how I got mine separated? 1,
Yeah.
2. Oh, but we can't keep eating cookie dough because then we have to keep washing our hands. That's really tough. I gotta make some more balls. Are you gonna make some more balls?
For reference, this is 1 5/8. So they should be smaller than this. That looks really just about perfect.
Can we use that?
Sure, it's too big. But hey, if you want it as a reference tool.
Here. One.
Yeah.
Next one. Bigger. Bigger than that. You can't put any chocolate chips in that one if it's that small.
Now I do have a question. Are they all gonna have chocolate chips or just some of them?
Some.
Some, okay.
All of them.
All of them? Or some of them?
All of them.
All of them, huh? Okay.
Hey, so I think we're going to need more than one cookie sheet.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Are we gonna bake a test cookie?
Yes.
I wasn't gonna bake a test cookie. Do we need to bake a test cookie?
Well, you want to make sure that your cookies are going to come out just the way you want them.
Because my test cookie's gonna have to cook for 15 minutes. His test cookie's gonna have to cook for 10.
Oh, that's true. Should we do a test cookie while we're rolling balls? Hang on, put one on here. Oh, that's a little small. We need a little more.
And we gotta take our fork, we gotta squish it down.
Are we going to use forks or are we going to use our thumbs?
Well, that's the thing. It all depends whether everybody's got, are we doing chocolate on all of them? Because if it's chocolate on all of them, we're gonna use thumbs. But if we're not gonna put chocolate on them, then we take the fork and make pretty designs. So I was gonna show you the 2 different options.
Yeah. Can we put that
Would you
one
like to,
test
can
cookie?
you see here? Asa, can you see my counter? Asa? Oh, Mom's already doing it, huh?
I'm doing my one test cookie.
Okay. So Asa, if we take our thumb, can you look at the camera? If we take our thumb and push down, then we get a little well. And our cookie has a little dent in it. See this one?
Yeah.
Can you see here?
Yep.
See that? So that's where we're gonna put the chocolate chips. Right here in our well.
There's a well. There's a well.
So my
Where's the
test
chocolate?
cookie, can you see this here? My test cookie has chocolate chips in it. You see that?
A 10-minute timer.
Where's the chocolate chip? Where's our
Where
chocolate?
are the chocolate chips?
But if I don't want it to, oh, you see, we got a lot going on over there. If I don't want chocolate chips, then I'm gonna take my fork, oh, we're going somewhere else. I'm gonna take my fork and I'm gonna squish it one way, and then I'm gonna squish it another way.
Can I do that?
So the deal is,
I want these.
you see the difference in the 2 cookies?
Yeah, look at the 2 cookies.
Oh.
So this is the one.
Yeah, Asa.
This is the one that has the fork design, but no chocolate. And this is the one where I took my thumb and I made a big dent in it so I could put the chocolate in it. Does that make sense?
Can I show you what a forked one looks like? I used to make the forked ones with my grandma.
Do you want fork or chocolate, dear?
Oh, mix.
A mix, he says.
Yeah. Should we do like one more like this? No? More with the thumb? How about
More with
thumb?
chocolate, huh?
You put chocolate. Right there. Yep. Let's do it this way.
Yeah, let's do it this way.
Oh, I hear chocolate going into a bowl to go into the cookies.
Asa, can I keep making some balls while you put chocolate in?
Okay, so here's my first pan. Can you see Nana's cookies?
Look, a whole pan of Nana's cookies.
Nana's cookies are going in the oven. Oh, they can't go in the oven yet. You know why I can't put it in the oven? Because that says 285.
Oh,
My
we got
oven isn't hot enough yet. I have to get my oven hot before I put it in. So I better just keep making cookies. Yep, we got to keep rolling and squishing.
Krista, what's your professional opinion on my thumbprints? Too deep?
No, they look great.
Perfect. Great. Vestigial memories of doing this with my own grandmother.
Tell you, it's been years since I've made peanut butter cookies, so.
Yeah, Grandma used to make.
I love the fact that Asa gave me a reason to make peanut butter cookies today.
Yay!
There we go.
Was this in Bob Senior's repertoire?
Yes, he did peanut butter and snickerdoodle.
Snickerdoodles.
Hey, Bob, would you like the last cookie dough uncooked? Okay.
Whoa!
What's this one? And this one round.
Okay.
You're putting a lot of chocolate chip in there.
Whoa, I think that might be a few too many.
Is that how much?
I think 3 or 4 is a great number.
Oh, you know what just happened? Did you hear that little bell? My oven's hot. My oven is now at temperature, so I'm going to put my first tray of cookies in. They're going in. Woo-hoo.
That 3 or 4. No, but what? No, but you don't care about Mommy's opinion?
So I got my cookies in and I set my timer. Did Mama set your timer? Did she set it for 10 minutes?
I did.
So we're going to have to wait for some of these to cook. And while we're waiting, I'm hoping we can talk about maybe pizza next week.
What do you
Would you
think?
like to maybe make pizza with us next week?
Put in 3 another one.
Yeah, you're putting 3 in other ones. How about we?
We got a lot going on. We're still working on cookies, aren't we?
Yeah, we're
2 in that one. Let's put 2 in that one.
discussing the number of chocolate chips should be in each of these.
I do understand.
There's some negotiation going on here.
I was going for 5 myself.
You're not helping.
Daddy, we're running out of chocolate.
We're also running out of dough. So that's
Well,
okay.
that's the best part, is the fact if you got the dough just right.
Put 3 in there. Putting 2 in this one. Put 2 in that one. Putting 3 in that
All
one.
right.
Put 2 in the next one.
Cookie dough.
This is all we got left.
Oh. Fit them on. Yeah, they won't spread.
All that much?
Yeah, we gotta make sure they're spread out on the cookie tray, on the baking sheet, because they will spread out. All that butter's gonna melt and gonna go. Did you get all your cookies made?
Almost.
A whole spoon left?
Yeah. I forgot that my passion fruit spoon ladle.
All right.
Nope.
And we're ready.
Okay, so now we're waiting for the test cookie to get done, right?
Yep.
But it went in before the oven was hot, right?
No, I turned my oven on.
Okay,
I'll go.
excellent. Oh, somebody's having a little bit of. So tell me, Asa.
My ball is so. We're gonna eat these.
Just having a little chocolate.
Just a little extra chocolate, little bonus chocolate.
2 minutes left on our test cookie.
Yay!
So tell me, somebody suggested maybe you wanted to make pizza next week. Is that something you'd like to do?
We could make all the dough. And, I don't know. Would we make the sauce ourselves?
Yes, I sent you the recipe.
I saw that. Our
Yeah, we
time,
should do it.
our time management is
Sauce making is not
the hard part.
The sauce. We don't need to make it tonight, but the sauce takes about 10 minutes once we do it.
Daddy, look.
But if
What?
we make it a couple days ahead of time, it'll be more savory.
There's 5 in this one. So I'm gonna take out 1. There's 5 in this one. So
Decided there's too much chocolate in that one, so we gotta
Oh,
take.
yeah, we don't want 5. We only want 4. Yeah, you better
Yeah.
eat that. Yeah,
I only want 5 or 3.
got to make sure everybody's even. So you guys talk about it. See if pizza's something you want to do. But if so, then we're gonna have to talk about what we want on our pizza.
These.
That might be a factor of what do we get in our CSA box on Friday?
Yeah. Okay, that sounds great.
What cheese is at Five Markets?
Well, did you see the email from? So one of our local liquor stores has converted themselves into a market for the
Great.
duration.
Sounds great.
Yeah, they're working with a bunch of Sonoma farmers, and so they've got bread and cheese and olive oil and all of. Oh, test cookie.
Uh-oh, test cookie.
Echo. Stop timer.
Uh-oh. That's cookie.
Don't spread.
That's a nice one.
They need to be moved out a little bit.
No, it's okay.
we could move a couple of them onto that sheet. Did you use that sheet or?
Okay.
That's a nice one.
That's a good looking cookie.
Let's eat it.
We will.
It's pretty hot.
It's a hot pan. Yeah, you're right. Let's put
Have you got a spatula? Are we taking it off the sheet?
Give it a second to cool.
Yeah, and then we'll put it on a plate to let it cool. Oh, that's right. I got to get my rack out to cool my my tray. Yeah.
Oh, the tight too.
So we can't put a hot pan on the counter because that would hurt the counter. So, Asa, I've got a rack. Have you guys got a rack?
We have so many racks. So Asa
Nobody's looking at my rack.
and I guess. Well, So remember what Nana said about butter melting? Remember, these have a lot of butter in them, right? And the butter will melt while it cooks. That's right. So it will go from being like that to being flat like that. Can we compare?
Yes, let's compare.
Well, we're going to compare pre and post baking here.
Oh, I think so. Yes. Look at that.
Yeah, so see, it's much bigger around and it's thinner.
Oh, and it's already on the rack.
Indeed.
That was really good.
Is it still a little bit hot?
So I've got my pan ready for my cookies. Cool.
All right.
My rack right here.
I think. Well, I think it's gonna be delicious. Can we take it off?
Let's put it onto a plate.
Oh, good
Can
idea.
you show it to me before you have a bite? Can you show it
Oh,
right up to the camera?
Right up to the camera.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Beautiful.
yes. On the plate and everything. That looks like a great, great cookie.
And Mama and I have
Picture? One bite?
milk.
Milk.
Oh, boy.
Milk with your
Take
cookie?
a bite.
No, he's just sort of touching the edges and.
Hey, so would you like
We're waiting. Okay.
would you like some
Thank
milk
you.
with yours?
You can
Thank
say
you.
no, thank you.
Well, my cookies have a long time to wait yet before they come out of the oven. So I really want to know how well that test cookie tastes. So
Yummy.
you shut the light off if you want.
I figured out how to shut it off this way.
Oh my gosh, we have milk and cookies. Is there anything better? A warm cookie and a cold glass of milk. Can we ching ching? Can you ching ching with Mama and Papa? Ding, ding, ding. So what do we think?
Was it good?
Mm, yum, yum, yum.
Come
That's
on,
good.
One bite.
One bite.
Thank you.
I even have a chocolate one.
Yep.
I'm gonna finish chocolate.
You can have the other two chocolate bits.
So what's the verdict? Do we like the cookies?
Yeah.
Thumbs up? Thumbs down?
Up.
Up, okay. Okay, good. You know what? Grandpa's over here eating peanuts. We should have put peanuts on top of our peanut butter cookies, shouldn't we?
Oh. All right, so we know that 10 minutes is a good time. Let's get this next tray in.
And was it crunchy?
No.
No, it was soft and chewy.
10-minute cookie timer.
Okay. Well, that's the amazing thing. So do we want to sit here for a few minutes and wait for the next one to be done? You want to talk about pizza next week, or do you want to sign off and say, I'll eat my cookie and talk to you next week?
I think you should have your test cookie.
Well, my test cookie's got 5 minutes yet. But I am happy
To talk for 5 minutes.
Yeah, but so I am curious. So who suggested pizza? Papa suggested pizza? Oh. So do you want to make pizza or popcorn or cordon bleu? What do we feel like?
Popcorn.
Popcorn next week.
We can do popcorn next week.
We can do popcorn next week.
Easy.
Yeah. So then the question is, do you eat it with a movie? Is there a favorite movie like Thomas the Train or something that nobody, no train? No movies. Okay. All right. Well, I will love just making popcorn with you.
We might, oh, I know what we could watch when we get our popcorn. We could watch one episode of the Marble Machine.
Marble
that
machine.
would be-
It's like a machine that it has so many marbles. It's like
Oh, really? Wow. That would be really fun.
Yeah,
Maybe we could do that together.
yeah, I think we could do that.
it's like
I think you and Dad would really, really enjoy the Marble Machine. Have we told you about this at all?
it's like the big machine and marbles run through it around the thing, and it's completely.
And what do they do when they come out?
What?
Do they land on something?
They drop into a funnel and then roll back into the funnel. and
Well,
go
what do
around.
they hit before they get in the funnel?
Drum.
Seems to be less hair on that head.
One of them hits a drum.
What
One of
does it hit?
One of them hits a drum.
Ooh.
One set of marbles hits a cymbal.
Oh, we have a little band, a marble band?
Another set hits a 12-note vibraphone.
Oh, great.
And one of them hits a string, an electric bass.
Oh, this could be what. So it's a musical marble machine. That sounds terrific.
There's a sweet
Absolutely
guy
terrific.
named Martin. He's in a band and he made what he called the Marble Machine. And it was a brief internet sensation, and he decided to make a better one. So there's this entire YouTube series about building Marble Machine X. There
Well,
are
that sounds like that would be terrific to watch.
120 episodes.
Oh my gosh, they kept making better and better ones.
Well,
Well, no, he
he
just
started from scratch and
Every
machine again.
yeah.
It's
Wow.
incredible.
and is maybe slowly losing it.
Possibly slowly losing his mind. He's in his second year. He has started into the third year of building this.
It just
So
It's
so
amazing.
I'll send
each
you.
episode is about a half hour or so. And so how many episodes to build the machine?
Like 15 to 20 minutes.
the whole thing is just.
So if you average, I just say 15 minutes because that's easiest to do the math.
It's
And
stuffed.
you're at 100 episodes already.
And you have to do it once before you do it.
Smaller.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what's happening, Asa? You can't possibly know, but I'm smelling my cookies.
Oh,
I got cookie smell. It smells pretty darn good in this kitchen. Does it smell good in your kitchen? Oh my gosh, look.
I go. How much time left on time?
Nana's pulling her cookies out of the oven. Now, are you ready for me to pull mine out?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, I'm going in. Oh my gosh, look at those cookies.
Jana, the camera angle is great. We can see into the open oven. Ooh.
Oh. But you know what? They're not quite done.
You need a little bit more color on them, huh?
They need a little bit more color, so mine are going back in for a couple minutes. Your mama was correct to do a test batch.
You might consider bumping it up to 325. I think they'll
I
still
might do that too.
I think it's still gonna be chewy.
hopefully.
I like chewy though. I don't like crunchy, but it smells so good and I haven't had any yet.
Oh, it's hard.
It's tough.
So hard.
It is really tough.
So what do we need for popcorn? We have popcorn.
Well, I got popcorn. So this is going to be a very personal discussion that you guys are going to have. Turns out Michelle and Ethan and Aaron and Steve have a really good recipe for popcorn that includes Parmesan cheese and butter and Bragg's and nutritional yeast.
We have all of those things except for the Braggs.
Well, soy sauce would be a nice substitute.
Okay, we got that.
So, but somebody may not want that. I think when we were here before, somebody just wanted buttered popcorn.
He pretty much gobbled it down the last time I tried to make Steve's version.
Okay.
It'd be okay.
Yeah, so if you get Bragg's, it is a better flavor. But the
Really?
soy, yeah, it is a better flavor.
Okay.
And you say why? I don't know, because it's virtually the same thing, but it's not.
Yeah. Okay. I think I can probably get a hold of some Braggs.
So then the question is, are we going to grate our Parmesan or have it pre-grated?
Probably great because we have chunks of Parmesan here.
So do we. So I didn't want to like be grading mine and you guys already have yours ready. So we'll do the whole thing. Okay. Well, this is going to be very fun. So you know what you call popcorn in Spanish in Guatemala? Poporopo.
Pocoropo.
Poporopo. I'm very excited.
Poporopo. No,
Let's
good.
check this out. See if they're ready now. Oh, yes, they are. Oh. Look at that. I'm so excited.
Lisa.
This
Just
is perfect. Perfect.
Mmm.
Gosh. Oh, aren't those fun? Okay. All right.
Beautiful.
There we go. Well, I'm putting my other ones back in. And Grandpa's already here waiting to see. Let's see, where's the spatula?
Ruining my cat.
Here it is.
I'm gonna take
One with chocolate or one without, dear?
We'll start plain.
Okay. Just take that right.
Gotta wait. Gotta let him breathe. Otherwise, you're gonna scorch your mouth.
Yeah. We're just gonna set it there and make sure it's ready.
What are the next steps?
So we don't have any milk. We have some almond milk. Would you like some almond milk? Oh,
Red wine.
red wine. Oh,
Jen,
we
I
have that too.
have some whiskey with yours.
Yeah. Yeah, no, sugar and yeah,
Wine glass over there.
this is right here. Okay.
Have some whiskey if you want.
No.
Put the bottle by the glass.
These may be undone, so we may have to put them back in. But
Why are they going down?
When are ours or when are theirs?
But we better go in for a little bite, huh?
Soon. Oh, I think they're gonna try theirs.
Uh-oh. It looks really yummy. Looks really yummy.
Oh,
Mmm. Well, I like that a lot.
Stop there.
Mmm. Yeah. So yours are going to be coming out about right now.
Yup.
Good.
I like it.
Very good.
So yummy.
let's put these in.
Yeah, they're gonna go. Ready?
And let's put these on next.
That will be next.
Let's put these those ones around.
Echo. Set. 10-minute timer. They need to cool off.
Hmm.
Because right now, out of an oven. Here's our next batch. There, these will burn you. Okay, see, I'm wearing a bit. Anna. Our next.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Hot, hot
Yep, those two and those two, they grew together.
Oh my God, it's a giant twin cookies. So I'm gonna have some bubble water with my cookies.
Oh,
I want some bubble water. Fine. I love some bubble water. Fine.
okay. Lewis, we do have some plain bubble water. Lewis, could you get some plain bubble water for Asa?
Sure.
Oh, that one fell apart. I think that one wasn't quite done enough.
Bubble water.
Oh, bubble water was mine.
Bubbly water, bubbly water.
Well, we call it bubble water.
Yep, I got bubble water right here. And when you get your glass, I want to ching ching you because there's something that great grandma Gigi used to say that I want to say to you when you get your glass and we toast, okay? So as soon as Dad gets your glass, I got a toast for you. Yeah, very excited.
Mama's gonna have himself some sparkly stuff too.
Yes. How do I get these?
Because one of our cookies fell apart.
They need to come out here in a second. Oh, somebody's having more cookies. So you need a little bubble water to go with that. What's Dad doing?
That mine?
How much time on time?
There's more bubble water.
Bubbly water.
Okay, so raise your glass.
Splash.
Add 1 minute to cookie timer.
So Asa, great grandma Gigi used to say, here's mud in your eye. Can you give that back to me? Here's mud in your eye. Here's mud in your eye.
The magic words. Here's mud in your eye. Here's mud in your eye.
I don't know why she used to say that, but it was her thing.
Chris, do you want some dark and stormy?
Sure.
You ready for another one?
That's pretty.
Chocolate or regular chocolate? Hey. All right, Grandpa's going in for chocolate cookie number 2.
Oh.
Thank you, Asa. Thank you, Jana.
Gotta let it cool down a little bit. Already? Oh, nice cup, Asa. Did Grandpa make that cup?
Also,
Oh, that's part one. That fell apart. Yeah, we've got some pretty fantastic. And look, our plate and our cup.
Oh, look, and they match, don't they? Mm.
Fancy.
Yeah. Well, I've had a great afternoon. How about you, Asa?
Good.
Okay.
Just good, not great?
Super.
Super.
Terrific.
Super.
Califragilistic.
So, are your cookies out of the oven yet?
nope.
Not yet. Not quite, huh?
Alright.
Batch number 1 is out. Batch number 2 is in. Batch number
Okay.
half.
Oh, we have a batch number 3, yeah? Oh, okay.
F out.
Yeah, quiche.
No, no quiche.
Not happening tonight.
We had ambitious plans to do quiche tonight.
Mmm.
Turns out lemon curd, passion fruit curd, and cookies and quiche, they don't all.
No, they don't. Takeout's really good about this time.
We have been doing so much take.
Let's do the cookie mix.
We've been doing a
That's
lot
what
of
we do.
takeout. It's been
Delicious.
we've been eating well.
Yeah.
Not that we don't eat well normally, but
Yeah, yeah.
ooh,
Well,
Well,
cheers.
cheers.
And
yeah.
you over pour.
I may have over poured a little. Dark and stormies.
Uh-huh, I see that.
You do have a lighter pour than I do.
That's fine.
Asa, here's mud in your eye.
Can you see Grandpa? He's not really in the picture, is he?
No, he's not.
His
Come on
wine
over and
is
say hi.
Here's mud in your eye. He gave it back to you.
All right. Enjoy your cookies.
all right.
I haven't had a second cookie yet.
Oh, Grandpa's going in. He's going in for his chocolate chip cookie.
Mm. Oh yeah.
Chocolatey,
Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate.
And what are we going to make next week?
popcorn.
Poporopo. I'm very excited. I'm very excited to make poporopo.
Yes.
Well, my friends, I'm going to sign off, I think.
You already had that.
I had the broken.
Yes, this was also the broken one.
Oh.
Okay. Is
Uh-huh.
that other thing happening tonight or not?
Well, I don't even know what other thing we're talking about.
It has to do with the length of your son's hair.
Oh no, that's not happening tonight either. Next weekend.
Okay. It'll be a big weekend.
I get Monday off because I gave myself Monday off.
You know, I think that's a splendid idea. Because I was informed last week that I have accrued the maximum amount of hours that I can accrue vacation time. And I'm trying to figure out how to do that.
Maybe a little later.
Yeah.
So maybe-
One way to do
maybe
it
I'll
is
take-
taking vacation.
Take one
maybe
day
I'll
off.
take- Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think I can take Monday, but I might take some day in the middle of the week just because.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. I mean, yeah, you can take like every Wednesday afternoon off, or here until eternity. You'll probably catch up. What are you accruing?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your?
What are you accruing every week? 2 hours?
I don't know. The max I can accrue is 120 hours, and I
Your okay, so that's the max you can carry is 3 weeks. So what do you normally
That's it.
like 3 weeks a year? Is that what you accrue?
yeah. But when you work a lot and don't take time off, then you accrue a lot.
Accrue a lot. Yeah.
Funny how that works.
That's
So-
funny.
3 weeks of vacation a year, 15 full days of vacation. You could take a full day every other week.
That'd be pretty fun. Okay, so you know what? That was a bell. You know what that bell means? Means Nana needs to get another rack out to cuddle her cookies. I'm going in.
All right.
Are you going in?
But they're not ready.
So Lewis, we could do orange and fennel salad. So that is
Ooh, doesn't that sound good?
yeah, that's a good one. It's a little time consuming. And it's 6 o'clock already.
Yep.
Order fire pie.
Somebody probably needs something more than sugar for dinner.
Yeah.
Just, I think I heard something about that happening a few weeks ago, not going well.
Yeah,
So I just suggested, because it's been in my head, that we have PIZZA for dinner.
Oh, yeah,
pizza.
I think that would be great. Okay,
Oh. Make a
Daddy, hey, you made a happy face on that
well, I made a happy face on Grandpa's face. I don't think there's a happy face in my cookies. But I could have thought about
like
that.
from distance, but maybe not.
I might have to do that next time.
Stop timer.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, my man, I think it's time for you to work on helping make dinner.
one. An invisible happy face.
Well, I like happy faces.
Echo. Set 10-minute cookie timer.
Okay. Love you.
Lots of
Thanks
love.
for joining me. I'd like to do this again. So if you want to make popcorn next weekend, let me know.
All right.
Otherwise, see you later.
Bye.